Welcome back once again to those people who follow the content, and we are back again in the studio, and we wish to share with you the tips and tricks about cryptocurrency industry. But mostly in this conversation, I'm going to focus on fraudulent of Pi network. I know most of pioneers. I have got their claim telling me that they have already stolen their Pi network, and I believe they are stolen. There is a guy called me yesterday and he told me that they have already stolen almost 600 of Pi coin, and I was worried about also because it's very hard for someone to finish almost 6 years and you find that the Pi that he mined are already stolen. So my point of view is this one. I'm going to share with you tips and tricks, new tricks that scammers are using to steal the Pi, mined Pi. But it's not only the only trick that they are using, but I'm going also to discuss about the history of scamming and how you can avoid, how can you stay, you can also stay away far from the scamming. By the way, the word scamming started from the century 2020, 20th century, and but it was developed, it was mostly started in 1919, I believe that was the time that was established, 1919. Between 1919 and 1921, that's when the word scam started from, because it started from an Italian prince called Charles Ponzi. This Charles Ponzi, he was a prince in Italy, and he migrated after spending every treasure that he had in Italy. He migrated to US. And this Charles Ponzi, this prince, he continued the life of living like a prince in the United States, and he found that it was very difficult for him to manage the expensive life in the United States. So, by the way, this word scam, it comes from the word a scheme. The word scheme is also is a Greek word called scheme, but the real meaning means a shape of something. So after that, the Charles Ponzi found that living in the United States was very hard, he decided to start exploring, looking for a way he can still continue earning money in one way or another, so that he can survive in the United States as a prince. Because mostly people in the US, they trusted him because they knew the guy had money, because he left home and he was a prince. So most of the time, most of rich people in the United States, they believed in the guy, and they believed that this guy is going to change their life, because he started a networking marketing, and he was telling people that he's buying post transaction in bulk, and he does transaction, and after he makes return to people who wish to invest with him. So he was promising almost 30% of interest, and 30% of interest, 40 or 50. That's what he was promising. So in 1920, that's when rich people in the United States started joining him, and the rich were telling other rich people where they brought too much money and started putting that money there. Start investing with him, where people were putting $1 million, $1 million for 20% interest rate. Others were putting different kinds of current money. Almost everyone was trying to invest with him because he was giving good rate. Imagine like taking their $100, then he give you per month, he give you almost $40. So rich people were taking it as if it's a serious business, because they believed that a prince, the Italy prince, might have managed to get that such a business. So mostly people, imagine in 1919, imagine people to invest almost 20 million United States dollar. It was too much money. If you call, I have tried to make a research. If you convert the money to this time, it's almost 300 million US dollar at this time. But at that time he scammed the rich people almost 20 million. It was too much money. Maybe you cannot understand the way that money was too much. But the guy managed and scammed many people there, because rich people were bringing too much money to invest in the scheme, in the Ponzi scheme, in the Charles Ponzi scheme, the project that he would have presented to them, wishing that maybe people will join and invest. But eventually people invested, people joined and invested, and he was paying them the money, but he was only using this system of network marketing where the old people pay the young people. The young investors pay the old investors, and for him, he continued to live in his leisure life for a long time, by the way. So at the end of the day, the Ponzi, he just closed the system and he disappeared with the money, some money that he had, and rich people started quarreling. Though, by the way, that's when the word scamming started from, but it comes from the word scheme, and it is related to the history of that Italian prince called Charles Ponzi. So some Nigerians, they call it I used to hear some Nigerians say that this website is a Ponzi scheme. I used to hear them saying that. But sincerely speaking, it's real. It's real. Why? I believe okay, I was trying to give out the history of the word scamming, and I know most people are the victims of scams, because around the world people were scammed like nothing. There's a lot of scams around. Even there are more than the real websites that are currently working. So myself, when I heard that my fellow pioneers are losing their Pi coin, I have decided to choose you guys to show and tell you to be vigilant, because scammers are using different ways to scam your Pi coins. Because, of course, why? Because I believe these scammers, they believe Pi coin is going to launch at a certain good price. That's why they are trying every possible means so that they can scam you in one way or another. So my question is this one. I'm telling you what you can do. Okay, let me first start for the tricks that they use. Mostly, these scammers, they post an ad called "We are buying Pi." And you know, they put too much money. Some they say $80, others they say $10, others they say $20. Then you maybe, if you are like in one of a country around here, you say, if it's $10, let me say like 100, I get my 1,000, my 10,000, I go. This is what they first make an impression, which will cause you first to run and start joining them, so that they can start, so that they will stall. Now, after joining their platform, there are three things you find there. They tell you to fill your name, fill your wallet, and also they tell you to fill your passphrase. The wallet passphrase, remember, is the key of your mined Pi network, because without passphrase, there is no way you can access any account, any wallet of somebody else. But because mostly people, they believe these people are real. They believe that they are willing to buy their Pi network. They believe they are going to buy at a certain amount of price. Sometimes they even send you the small money before, like they send you $10. They tell you, okay, let us first send you $10. Then they tell you, okay, you go fill everything and send the money we have paid you before. Then you go there, they access your account and they take everything. So guys, I'm trying to alert here. We have already reached in Q1 2025, and we believe Pi Network is going to launch very soon. And if we believe it in the same way, I am worried that most of you guys are losing your Pi Network. Some of them are rushing to sell, others are losing them in one way or another. That's why I'm trying to encourage you guys to make sure that you do what you know, to make sure that you approach any platform when you know. So some of you have made different mistakes relating to the way you guys you have been okay. Some of they have used trust. You send your friend your wallet address. Some of them are telling people to help them to call out KYC and what. Then filling the steps, you find that everything is stolen. Then you get the migration, you find everything is sent, you have nothing. So my question, that's why I started talking about the scam. If they scam you and they take your Pi, the problem is not you, the problem is not Coa's team, because you are supposed to stay vigilant and look after the mind, look after the passphrase, and keep it somewhere in both ways, digital and also physical, because you don't know, sometimes you can put it on a paper, then after putting on a paper, the fire comes like the fire that has already happened in Los Angeles. So I'm encouraging you guys to stay vigilant at this point so that we can stay connected, and also we stay safe from these scammers. So because scammers are looking for Pi Network or nothing. Let me tell you, wherever you sit, if they get to know you belong in any satanic group of Pi Network, those guys, they get your number, they write to you, they are buying, they do everything. When you give them your passphrase, you find that they have already made a transfer. It is common that your passphrase, I can put it in my Pi Network. It's very common. It's very simple. I can just take your passphrase, I put it inside my Pi coin, and I transfer it I transfer any number of Pi coins I want. That's why I'm telling you guys, we need to stay vigilant. We need to make sure we know what we are doing. So that's the method they are using. Okay, sometimes when there is another guy who have shared with me an experience. While he was mining, then an ad was telling him that they are going to offer him an airdrop of 25p. So the guy clicked on the link. After clicking on the link, they asked him to fill the wallet, the names, and the passphrase. The guy filled, and 1,000 Pi coins were stolen from him. Imagine that extent. So what do I mean? I'm trying to talk about the security. What the guy was telling me, okay, I saw the ad from Pi Network, but let me explain the difference between Pi Network and ads. Okay, ads are established by the Google Drive, because most of people want to advertise, they pay Google Drive, and Google Drive doesn't ask what they are advertising. As long as they paid, Google is going to launch the ad. Then Google does not choose where to place the ad. The ad can be placed in the app, the ad can be placed everywhere. So if you mine, you find, like after mining, you find an ad that is telling you that maybe you are going to do something else, that maybe you can sell your Pi, maybe you can get an airdrop, maybe something else. Make sure that that ad is not from Pi, because Pi does not use ad to inform us. There is a way it uses its own platform in Fireside Forum, or maybe on the verified account X of Pi Network, and inform us everything. So please, let me repeat this to every audience that is listening to the content at this time. Don't and never share your passphrase with anyone else, unless when that person is a trusted person. Can be your wife, can be your children, or someone else that you trust. But as long as whoever you are sharing with that passphrase, you are at the risk of losing Pi coins. So I think you guys, you're getting what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to tell you things that you can really understand. So what I'm advising you is to stay away, stay very far from this Ponzi scheme. Stay from ads. Make sure you keep your address very well. By the way, thank you very much those guys who have been listening to me. I think my advice has reached. And if you really have any question, maybe your Pi coins were stolen or what, you can still report the scam and we continue with our video right. Thank you very much. God bless you a lot.